Hey YouTube, welcome to another fragrance review today. I have the brand new Beyonce fragrance, Pulse NYC, for all the Beyhives out there. Roll the titles. Fragrance reviews, I always get the background information out of the way first. Pulse NYC is the 7th fragrance by Beyonce with Coty. It is the 3rd member of the Pulse family following its predecessors Pulse and Pulse Summer Edition, and it is an eau de parfum. Beyonce worked with Coty fragrance designer Carlos Vinales to create a fragrance that was reminiscent and in honour of the world famous New York City. It is the first fragrance to have red velvet cupcake as a note. As Beyonce says, red velvet cupcake is one of the most popular treats and sweets in New York City. The fragrance was designed to capture Beyonce's beauty, passion, style, eccentricness, sexiness and sophistication. So stick with me with this review and we'll see how amazing Beyonce Pulse NYC really is. First up, we have the Beyonce Pulse NYC fragrance ad, which I can show you guys right here. The ad is very bold, very sexy and very, very blue. It reveals a New York City skyline with Beyonce standing on what appears to be a glass balcony. She's wearing a glass mosaic style dress which really does glisten like the box does, and she has her long flowy hair, one hand on her hip, and has a very sexy, seductress look on her face. If you can see in the background around here, you can see that there is a ray of light coming behind Beyonce, which kind of could be reminiscent of the rays of light that flash out from the box itself, which I will show you guys later on in the video. Finally, next to Beyonce in big bold letters and blue letters, you have Pulse NYC with the Pulse NYC bottle underneath it, and underneath you have Beyonce, the very first fragrance. It's a very gorgeous ad. Beyonce looks absolutely stunning, very sexy. It really does fit in with the feel of the fragrance. It was made to reminisce of New York, and what better than to have a fragrance ad taken with a New York skyline. Very gorgeous ad and very fitting. Onwards to the box, I have the Pulse NYC box right here. It is the same style, long rectangular box as the previous Pulses, with the holographic effect going all the way around the box. As you can see right here, you have a ray of light, which looks like a ray of light bursting out at you on the box. This again goes all the way around the box, on the top and on the bottom as well. It's a very gorgeous box, very simple and very, very glitzy and very effective. The only difference between the Pulse NYC one to the past one is that the Pulse NYC one is in a silver holographic box with rainbow and blue rays of light coming out at you, and Beyonce Pulse NYC on the front is written in blue. The writing is textured. On the bottom you have the information of what you'll be receiving of the product, the size of the bottle, and that it's an eau de parfum. And on the back, as Beyonce does with all her fragrances, she has the Beyonce B insignia raised at the back. It's a very gorgeous box, as I said, very simple, and fits the Pulse NYC ad campaign very well. And moving on from the box, we have the Pulse NYC bottle, which, like the box, is the same as its predecessors Pulse and Pulse Summer Edition. It is a very different style, geometric style bottle with a very clear glass bottle that slots inside. You have to unclick it from the base, which also acts as the lid, to reveal the actual bottle itself. It's a clear bottle, it's very long, and it has the sprayer at the top there with Beyonce Pulse NYC written right there. It slots downwards into the base / lid like so. It is a very gorgeous bottle. I'm glad she kept the design. Obviously it's going to be in the Pulse range, so it's going to be exactly the same. The only difference with the Pulse NYC one is that the Pulse NYC base is a gorgeous metallic blue. I personally think that this one is my favourite of all the Beyonce Pulse bottles, only because my favourite colour is blue, and I just think it just fits with the fragrance very well. Bold is a very blue colour, and this is what she's trying to go with the fragrance. Overall, glad she kept it the same, and it is a gorgeous bottle. So what does Beyonce Pulse NYC actually smell like? I'm going to spray a bit here, and then I'll go through the notes, as usual. The top notes of Pulse NYC consist of a fruity cocktail of raspberries, pears and pomegranate with peony and jasmine, Arabic jasmine. The middle notes of Pulse NYC is New York blooming orchid only. It is an orchid that has bloomed in the centre of New York, even in harsh conditions. And the base of the fragrance is red velvet cupcakes. As I said before, it's the only fragrance to have red velvet cupcakes as a note, and patchouli. So what does it smell like? On initial spray, it is a very fruity opening of raspberry and pomegranate, with the strong, creamy sexiness of the jasmine. You're instantly hit with a very sexy and creamy opening because of the jasmine. Jasmine is a very strong, heady aroma and adds very creamy sexiness vibes to a fragrance. I definitely get that in this, definitely with the raspberry and the pomegranate. It's very creamy, it's very fruity, it's a very gorgeous opening. As for the pear and the peony, pear adds freshness to a fragrance, and I really don't pick up on any pear in the top note at all. Also with peony, peony is one of those floral scents that provides freshness and cleanliness. By no means I don't get any freshness or cleanliness from the top notes. It is a very creamy, very fruity opening. So if the pear and the peony are there, I think they're being overtaken by the intensity and the creaminess and the sexiness of the jasmine. All I have to say with the top note is be prepared for a very strong fruity slash creamy burst opening. As the orchid from the heart starts to emerge, orchid is another one of those florals that's very strong and very heady and adds a lot of creaminess. So it tones down the fruitiness of the top, but it still retains the fruitiness. So the fruitiness isn't as vivid as the top spray. However, it does add an extra layer of creaminess and sensualness and sexiness. I would say that the orchid does add the eccentric side to the fragrance, just like Beyonce. As the base starts to kick in, you get the red velvet cupcakes and the patchouli. The red velvet cupcakes does add a very sugary gourmand sweetness to the fragrance. You have to really like sugary, sweet fragrances to like this fragrance, I feel. It really does add that sugary element that makes it very warm and very creamy and very sexy. And also the patchouli fragrance adds a very earthy, sweet, dark sense to the fragrance, which is exactly what this fragrance is going for, very bold. The patchouli does add the sweetness and the wooziness and the darkness, which makes it very heavy. So with the base, you're very much expecting a very heavy, sugary, sweety base. The base is simply a heavy blend of subtle fruitiness, sexy creaminess, and sugary sweetness. It is by far the strongest Pulse of the entire Pulse family. So other Pulse NYC products. Pulse NYC comes in the Eau de Perfume in a 15ml, a 30ml and a 50ml. It also comes in a deodorant spray which is 150ml. You can also get a Beyonce Pulse NYC body lotion and a Beyonce Pulse NYC shower gel. With any purchase of Beyonce Pulse NYC, you also get a Beyonce fragrance umbrella as a free gift. Beyonce Pulse NYC was launched March 2013 worldwide. So when to wear Beyonce Pulse NYC? As I said, Beyonce Pulse NYC is a very heavy, very sexy scent, so I would recommend wearing it to somewhere like a date with someone special. It is also suitable for formal wear, like for example a wedding or a family birthday. It is definitely nightwear, one to wear during the night. I recommend that you do not wear this during the summer. As I said before, it is a very strong, heavy, creamy and fruity scent and sugary, and anywhere in a hot condition such as the summertime, heat will make the scent very heady and very, very sugary. You really don't want an overbearing fragrance when you're in a hot condition. You want something fresh and fruity. You really don't want to be wearing something heavy and sugary, so stay away from Beyonce Pulse NYC during the summer. Other than that, it is definitely suitable for nightwear and is very gorgeous and very formal. As for the lasting power of Beyonce's Pulse NYC, it is a very long lasting fragrance. As I said, it is very heavy, so it is going to last a long time. It will last roughly anywhere between 4 to 5 hours depending on how much you spray. One spray does take you a long way, so just make sure you use it sparingly because it is very strong. And finally, I'm going to give you guys my opinion on Pulse NYC. I think Pulse NYC is very fruity and a very sexy scent. It is definitely one of Beyonce's top fragrances in my opinion, next to Pulse and Heat. I think it's very well made. I think it does capture Beyonce's sexy and eccentric side, and it does do exactly what it sets out to do. It's a very unique makeup of notes and it's very bold. in my opinion, if I can compare it to any other fragrance, I can compare it to Kylie Minogue's Showtime in terms of the fragrance makeup. By no means they don't smell the same at all, but in terms of how they progress when they go from a very fruity, creamy fragrance going into a very sugary fragrance at the end, a very heavy sugary fragrance. Kylie Minogue's Showtime is one that also does that. So if you have smelt Kylie Minogue's Showtime, or if you own it, you will kind of get a feel of what Beyonce Pulse NYC smells like and how it feels. But no, by no means it doesn't smell the same as it at all. So definitely give it a try. I do think it's one of her best fragrances. It's very gorgeous. So there we have it. That's the end of my Beyonce Pulse NYC fragrance review. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys are thinking of trying Beyonce Pulse NYC, let me know down in the comments if this video has influenced you in any way in trying it, and let me know what you think of it if you buy it. Also, for those of you that have smelt Beyonce Pulse NYC already, let me know in the comments what you guys think of it and whether you think I've captured what it smells like in this review quite well. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching me. It really does mean a lot to me. Please rate, comment and subscribe if you want to. It really does mean a lot to me, and I will see you guys in another video. Hey guys, thanks for watching my Pulse NYC fragrance review. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and once again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of Beyonce's Pulse NYC. As usual, it's the end of one of my videos, and I always recap some of my older ones. Over here, check out my Rihanna Nude fragrance review. Up here, if you haven't seen it already, check out my Nicki Minaj Pink Friday fragrance review. And over here, give a click and check out my Britney Spears Island Fantasy fragrance review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please rate, comment and subscribe if you want to. Let me know if there's any other fragrances you want me to review, and if there's any other music things you want me to review. I have some more single reviews coming up, including the Chris Brown Fine China review. And anyway, stick around for those, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!